much for being here. As I think I've heard it said in like 7,000 different recitals, it is not the same playing for an empty room of people, and this is already a very warm and welcoming audience, and it's just, yeah, I'm very excited. So the recital, aptly named For Fun, is, well, for fun. There were two main ideas that I was thinking about as I was making this program and kind of coming into it, and it's that the first thing is last year when I had my recital, I was so caught up in all of the notes that I was trying to play and all of the preparation that I had done and trying to make sure that it was all kind of worth it. And I got on stage, and then I got off stage. And then the night was over, and I was not on stage for a single second. And it was wonderful. There were a lot of people, and there was so much love, but I was so caught up in the mistakes and whatever I was trying to portray that I wasn't here. And so I picked rep that I think would allow me to take care of myself and enjoy what I'm doing up here instead of just grinding. The second main thing is that it is my senior year, and there are a lot of really wonderful people that I have become really close friends with and have never played music with in my entire time here. And they are some of the best musicians at this school, and I don't know why I haven't ever played music with some of these people, but I picked a lot of this rep specifically with these people in mind. And yeah, I'm excited for you to hear the rest of the program. Thank you. So heads up, you are going to hear a decent bit of me talking tonight. I'm going to try to keep it brief before each one, but a lot of this music has very special significance to me. This next tune, Rain, I have been playing since, I think I looked it up on Facebook, it was about February of 2016. I have two wonderful friends from home, a bass and a cellist, Hunter Jones and Vincent Lonnie. We have been jamming almost every summer that I get home, every Christmas break, with a lot of Simply 3 tunes, and this was the original one. And originally, it was a version that that Hunter took from a horrible MuseScore transcription score format, cut out all of the parts, then pasted them to make individual parts. Then for his birthday, I made Rain the uncut version, where I just re-put everything back into MuseScore. And I finally bought the actual music, like 3 weeks ago. And I didn't really like the actual music as much as the version that we had, but jazz has like fully stacked triads. So we combined a lot of things. So this is half an arrangement, half a whatever you want to call it. This is Rain. Yeah, I'm going to yap a little bit for each piece. I wasn't expecting to have this much to say about the Sibelius when I started it. I'm not the biggest standard rep guy, as Tina very well knows. But this was the first piece that I really kind of learned on my own for the most part. I mean, I got a lot of lessons when I came back, and especially prepping for concerto comp, but I spent most of my time over the summer and while I was student teaching, learning this in a basement in Long Island, which is not the best place to learn a piece, but I have never felt so fulfilled getting to explore and discover things on my own while I was making my own music, so this really was a hopeful thing in my future, just because I've never been outside of the protection of education that keeps throwing you in ensembles, so it was really nice to have that feeling of growth on my own. know why, but I had a bassoon friend in high school by the name of Abby Troffer. As a Christmas present, she gave me this piece. And we have been trying to find her dad plays piano, we were supposed to put it together for years. And then she went abroad, and then I went to college. I was putting this recital together, and I was thinking from the very start these two had to be on it. And if possible, I would love them to be in the same piece. If you did not know, violin, bassoon, and piano is not a common combination. So I'm looking everywhere to try to find any piece for this combo. And then I remember out of nowhere that this piece exists. Of course, I had lost the sheet music, so I had to ask a friend who goes to Juilliard to go into their library, take scans for me, and then send them back. So I'm very excited. These two are possibly the closest people to me on the planet. I adore them with all my heart. It has been a joy playing with them, and yeah.
Make me cry.
Not yet. Later. seconds ago. How do I get this up the stairs? I'm not this isn't my, anyway. So this tune, like everything else, I looked up the date for this one. This was also February, but this was 2021 when I first heard this tune. And I immediately fell in love. Scott Mulvihill is a genius. Everything he writes is gold. And I transcribed this to put on my recital last year, except I finished the transcription 2 weeks before the recital, and then I sent it, I had the gall to send it to Jazz, who was supposed to play it, and say, could you learn this in time? Needless to say, the answer was maybe not, and I've been shedding this part throughout all of student teaching. It's been a joy, but I realized that I was not a good enough bassist on my own to both sing and play, so I called on my good friend Tommy here, who has just been an absolute joy to work with in every sense of the word. I am so excited to play this. Really, let's get into it. Am I supposed to pull your belt to the side so it doesn't get in my face? It's weird. Thank Nick Walker for that tip. I don't know.
And looked on from the sidelines, getting too comfortable. I have waited in this place while the years fly in my face. I'm ready, ready to trade it all. I wanna go where I've never been, gotta know what I've been missing. I wanna come back different. Home is wherever I wake up, Hollywood to the Himalayas. I ought to find out what I'm made of and go where I've never been, go where I've never been. Oh, I have run out of meaning. I am starving for feeling. My hands are reaching as I finally dead dream. I've been put on this mission, giving myself to the vision. My heart's begging to break at the seams. I wanna go where I've never been, gotta know what I've been missing. I wanna come back different. Oh, home is wherever I wake up, Hollywood to the Himalayas. I ought to find out what I'm made of. Go where I've never been, go where I've never been, go where I've never been, go where I've never been. I stood still for too long, made excuses for too long, been looked on. I stood still for too long. I wanna go where I've never been, wanna know what I've been missing. I wanna come back different. Oh, always wherever I wake up, Hollywood to the Himalayas. I ought to find out what I'm made of. Go where I've never been, go where I've never been, go where I've never been, go where I've never been. Oh.
not going to talk about peace. I'm going to talk about Phil. He probably is going to hate this. This is one of the people that I was literally sitting in this basement on Long Island. Not on Long Island. I made the mistake of saying in Long Island, and I got roasted for it while I was there. And I was just sitting there, and I was thinking about Recital and was like, who needs to be in this? And then I just remembered this guy exists. This is a pure heart of gold. This is an absolute savant, an incredible musician to boot. I love this guy. I never see him. He is so busy. He is one of the busiest people on campus, and he's one of the most ambitious and dedicated people I know. And I, of course, immediately sent him I think it might have been like almost midnight, and I texted him. I was like, can we play this thing? And Phil immediately responds to, I don't like that composer that much. I'm not going to say who the composer was, but he made a right choice. The piece we are playing is not the original piece I sent him, and I'm very happy we decided on this one. It's been a joy. We've nerded out so much over the different techniques on our instruments and phrasing and whatever, but yeah. Can we scoop this just a little bit? Beautiful. Okay. There are two movements that we're playing. Please don't clap in between them. I normally don't care, but it's just, you gotta hear it all together, I promise. my scariest part of the program. Somehow I feel like I'm going to miss so many of the thank yous. I wrote it out, unlike last year. That was a horrible mistake. In no particular order, because that is not how my brain works. Thank you to Zachary McDonald and stage crew, David and Kathleen, who've been wonderful throughout this process. Booking spaces, trying to find space in the school is a nightmare, and, well, I'm glad that I'm not in charge of the system. I'll just leave it at that. To all of my collaborators, I love you guys. From the bottom of my heart, you are some of the most wonderful people at this school. I am not the most organized person at times, and I definitely think you guys got the blunt of my disorganization. And you were so excited to be there, so ready, so thank you. Thank you so much. Mom and Dad, give them an applause. I think having a room full of people clap for him is my dad's worst nightmare. From day one, you guys have been supportive of everything I do, including music. When I wanted to come here, I probably said this exact same thing in the last one, it's still relevant. When I wanted to come here, you said, we'll make it happen. No questions asked. Who cares about finances? Who cares about anything else? If this is where you'd like to go, we will make it happen. It will not be your problem to figure it out while you are there. Do everything you can to make it the best, however much time you have there. And yeah. And they also drove out here, which also sucked. That drive is miserable. It's only 4.5 hours. Some of you, that's nothing. But thank you. I love you guys. I'm very happy that you're here. Thank you. I went student teaching. I had some lovely co-ops. Their names are Michael Lee from Jericho and Catherine Colloon from Westbury. That was quite possibly some of the most mentorship wisdom I've ever gotten in such a condensed period of time. It was just an incredible experience. Special shout out to Michael for yelling at me every weekend to make sure that I went to into the city and blew as much money on as possible on shows. My first week there, he yelled at me for having no plans on the weekend, which is a weird thing to happen. He told me, don't write lesson plans, go into the city and have fun. And I was, all right. Teachers past and present. First violin teacher, Emily Elias, thank you. My high school violin teacher, Venona Dietrich, thank you. My first college violin professor, Calvin Wiersma. My current professor, Christina Bowie. You have helped me make strides on my instrument that I did not know were possible. This simple development of the core of my sound is largely in part to you. Our lessons are very silly. They're a very silly time. And most of it is just me asking her to repeat herself at least 12 times. I'm aware I'm rambling. I'll pick it up. Orchestra teachers from the past, Mrs. Mal, Carissa Warts, my late high school orchestra teacher, David Deal, Scott Kalazak, they have all been instrumental in my journey. My violin studio, I don't know where you all are sitting. I see some of you scattered about. When I came here my first year, the studio was not what it was now, to put it simply. It was a very separated experience, and all I wanted was something that I saw like in the bass studio, in the trombone studio, this camaraderie. And I think that this is the closest we've gotten so far. You guys have been wonderful. It's been a joy seeing you every week. I think this is the, wait, no, I have two more. To my girlfriend, thank you for taking my pictures. They look beautiful, and you dealt with so much nonsense while we were taking those pictures. I just sent her a text. I want to take my pictures of the tree. She said, what's the plan? And I said, plan? That's really how that happened. Last one. Kian, Sam. Where is? There he is! I love you guys. Rooming with you has been the best thing. I know we aren't always in the apartment at the same time, but truly, I really don't have much to say. You've been the best roommates ever. I look forward to coming home every single night. And our apartment is a mess. Both mentally and like the physical space. But it's clean now. We added lights. I'm going to play the last piece now. I'll explain the last piece significance before it comes out so we can play it and you can all go home because you've been a wonderful audience. The last piece is Glier Duet number 9. I was looking for pieces to play as I was coming to the end of my last student teaching experience. I wanted something that was like at least a little bit like somber, melancholy, because that's what I wanted to express during the time, but I also didn't want something that I thought would bore them, and I thought this was kind of a good middle ground. The 8th graders bawled their eyes out. this one little 6th grade girl cried, and then the 7th graders were so apathetic that last day. It was really funny. They were just like, hey, you were cool, but we're going back to school now. So I figured there was no better way to end this recital than with the piece that ended one of the most meaningful semesters. Thank you for coming. Thank you. One last thing about the piece. I made the mistake of letting the kids play with my eye. The amount of you that call this an iPad have ruined me. This is a Microsoft Surface Pro 7. I made the mistake of letting them play with my tablet, and they wrote all of it. My favorite is at the very top. Hi, Mr. Staub. It's not ironic. He couldn't get my name. And we also just have so cool with a smiley face, and then Among Us. much for coming.
We was surprised.
Oh God!
So, Joel has been so kind to all of his collaborators this whole rehearsal process. So, I'm sorry, we're going to talk a little bit longer. You always tell us how much you appreciate us. I'm going to start crying. So, we all wanted to each say a few words about how much you mean to us. And I did steal this from the Voice Stream concert.
You got it. Yeah,
So,
you got it.
I'd like to invite everyone else up, and we're going to say a few words each about how much you mean to us.
Oh, it's too broken. What is this?
Someone over. I got to read off my phone, or I'm going to forget it all. Joel, you're the kind of person I aspire to be every day. You, the love and the light that you give to everyone in your life is so beautiful and so amazing, and I can't stress enough how much it means to all of us, everyone in this room. I know everyone in this room would want to say more things on the stage, but we probably need to go home. The intense compassion and commitment and love that you have for the people in your life and the things you care about, it's going to make you such an amazing teacher, and you're going to touch so many students' lives, and it's made you such an amazing friend. I know that I am a better person because you're in my life. I love you so much.
We shouldn't have let him go first. Joel, I had like 3 times this written, and like as much as I could go on forever about you, I'll keep it kind of short so that we all don't start sobbing. I remember getting to know you as simply Nick's roommate. And I'm glad.
Just keep going, just keep going.
That's all I mean is that's how we met. No. Friends,
Just keep going, I love you.
and I knew you as Nick's roommate, and now I'm glad to call you one of my closest friends. You say I'm one of the busy people you know, you're one of the busy people I know, and yet you're still somehow like so unbelievably generous with your time, and just your heart and your spirit. You're a joy to chat with. You're one of the few people I know that is like amazing both at speaking and listening. Like it's a really hard thing to do. And above all, like just to create a recital to like all of us know like how hard it is to put on a recital. To put in all that effort and then just shine the spotlight on everybody except yourself is like just takes a person of unmatched character. So wherever you go, the people around you are going to be lucky to have you. So thanks for making this happen.
Hi, Lily.
I'm so proud of you for just like the person that I've always known you to be. You were one of the first people I met coming here in SP2024, as I'm sure you remember. We got along very quickly. We're very similar. My own brother even says we're like siblings. And the amount of times we've either had matching socks or matching outfits or matching hairdos. I just think of you're just one of the best people I know, and you're usually one of the first people I call. And if I have something to say, you always listen, and then you tell me something that makes me laugh, or really anything, because I am going to start crying, and we all know I don't cry. We all know this, so I'm going to stop talking. But like you're the best. Thank you for everything, and I'm so happy to make music with you. This will definitely not be the last time. Yeah.
Hi, Joel. I don't think I've met anyone like you. Okay, it was a good thing. Okay. Me in the audience right now. positivity for everyone, and we are so grateful to know you. Your passion for music is clear in everything you do, and I am constantly inspired by your takeaways and comments. You're one of the most supportive people I've ever met, and I'm so honored to call you my friend.
Hey. I'll just stop. Joel is the most compassionate soul. I've met a lot of souls, and he's the most compassionate one. And it comes out in his music, you all heard that, but it extends to every single person that he meets, not people he collaborates with, but people that he lives and loves with. He's a great man, and I'm glad so many people were able to see that greatness in more aspects than just through his violin. I want to thank you for convincing me to get on stage with you. We always have the best times, you and I love you so much.
I didn't write anything, but I feel like I just have so much to say and like no words. And everybody said such amazing things about like what a joy it is to know you, and I think that pretty much sums it up. Like what an extreme privilege it is to be your friends, to have you as a colleague, to just know you and see you. And I feel like me and you are like ships in the night. We hardly ever see each other, and it's like, you know, but when we do, and we're like passing on the stairway like ships in the night, like I said, and we make eye contact, it's just like my day gets better when I know you're around. It just makes life so much more enjoyable, so much more inspiring, empowering. You're a brilliant musician, a compassionate friend, a constant inspiration to me, an amazing bass player. It's like, oh wow. Just so incredible in every way. And when I think of someone who I'm deeply inspired by and moved by to keep doing what I'm doing, to keep teaching and inspiring young minds, I think of you always. And what a joy it is to know you. I love you so much.
All right, so I am last but not least, and we don't want to go home, so I'll keep this quick. Joel Staub, you beautiful fill in the blank. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this amazing program. As always, it is an honor and a pleasure to perform alongside someone who is simultaneously a refined, well-rounded performer and a fun-loving, kind-hearted human being. Joel, I met you 6 years ago in this very building, where we were campers together at Summer Music Academy, shout out. Back then, you were the concertmaster of the SMA orchestra, and I was the principal cellist that felt in no way comparable as a musician to you. I was immediately impressed by your virtuosity, attention to detail, and love of all styles of music as a performer, and subsequently drawn in by your goofy and bubbly personality outside the practice room or rehearsal hall. Followed as students at Ithaca College. Joel, you've been by my side through thick and thin. From writing lesson plans, potentially with a beverage in hand, to late-night rehearsals, multiple recitals on both of our behalves, and getting general tomfoolery during Jubilee rehearsal. Shout out Dr. Whitehead, who puts up with us. It's been a heck of a ride, and it truly would not have been the same without you in it. I am beyond excited to see where your journey as an educator takes you next, and know without a doubt that your students are beyond blessed to learn in